So when you hear the expression, God, I wonder what these streets would say if they could talk, Sarasota Street Talk is making the streets talk, and we're recording what they're saying. So that, to me, that is what Sarasota Street Talk is all about.
Sarasota Street Talk is to introduce people to the surroundings.
We're literally right now, we're downtown Sarasota, and we hear people all around us telling different stories. Those are the streets talking.
Hey, Scotty, how are you?
Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Doing very well. Thank you for asking.
Good. It's a beautiful day.
To you here now, okay. So we're doing this kind of old school. Yeah, my name is Mark Klecka. I am a realtor here at Coldwell Banker, downtown Sarasota. My partner in crime to my left, your right, is
Scott Malouf, a realtor and mortgage broker in Sarasota.
And
together we are Sarasota Street Talk.
Yeah, that came off.
I think we woke up a little bit.
That came
off
a little
better than the last one.
The first one's always like Sarasota Street Talk. So we're always here every Saturday on here at the corner of Lemon and Main, right here, right on the sidewalk. Thank you very much to Gator Club and A. Parker's Books for allowing us to conduct our shenanigans here every week. And it's just about the people of Sarasota. You know, it's about everybody out here. Sarasota Street Talk. If the streets could talk, what would they say? Everybody here at the farmers market are the streets of Sarasota, and we're here to record you. So that's essentially that's what it comes down to.
We started out just talking to people off the streets,
right?
And then we've added some scheduled people, guests.
Mm-hmm. Got some guests come on and
known to the community, and it works pretty well.
And it works well, and it's just a lot of fun. So if anybody sees this seat open, please come by and just sit down and talk to us. We want to get to know who you are. But without further ado, though, we do have a very special guest here, and we are doing this kind of old school because we're like, let's say, we're not in a studio, and our other camera kind of pooped out on us, so we're kind of going to go back and forth with this one iPad camera. So we're going to anti-selfie it right now, and we're going to go ahead and put it over to our guest. And I think you can recognize who that is, Mr. Joey Panek. Joey Panek, hey, but thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. And I'm not the baseball player, like this gentleman just asked. And all you need to do is see me play baseball for a second, and you'll know I'm not him.
But you do have an illustrious career.
Yeah, well, all right.
You do have an illustrious career.
I'll take it.
So, currently, okay, so you're from New York originally, is that right?
Yeah, Syracuse, New York, and then moved to New York City after high school. Yeah.
Okay, and how long have you been down here in Florida?
I came down in '99, I think. So if I was quick math, 25 years.
Yep.
But not. I didn't stay the entire time. I kept coming and going, and then I finally made it home in about 2006.
So what kind of started you into performing, doing what you do? Because I understand you've been professional stage career.
Yes.
So. Could you take us back there? Like
sure,
how that started?
I'll give you a little cliff notes, and you can move me along if I start to meander. But
no, please.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys, so going on stage for me was an unapologetic quest for attention in my house.
What do you think this is?
I was like,
look what we're doing.
I'm number 5 of 7.
All right,
I'm 5 of 7. So by the time it got to me, it was like, who are you?
Exactly. Although our oldest siblings have no desire to be on camera. They don't need it. They
got 3 very shy people standing at a table right here.
But so I started doing it as a little kid, and then I guess I was good enough at it that I kept getting encouragement, and then I did community theater in Syracuse all through my youth, and then got out of Syracuse right away as soon as I could to go to New York and pursue it as a career, and had moderate success. I kept working, so that's the success that I had. I was always willing to take any theater job anywhere. Right. Yeah.
And so obviously we do our research. And read about all that.
What came up?
But it was really interesting to me. So you started doing digital video production, right?
Yeah.
But what's this web series that you did?
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
All right. Well, so I had my theater background, and I took a break from theater to get a degree because I didn't like bartending. I was very bad at it, and I actually did it here in Sarasota. It was terrible. I apologize to everybody.
Can we name drop where you were at?
It was called ID Martini, and it's no longer open now. It is the Cuban restaurant on 17th and Honore.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And when I drive by, and we go in and eat there sometimes, and I'm still thinking like, oh, I was so bad in this building. It's my worst performance.
But the turnaround's already been.
Yeah,
so,
no.
you know.
I mean, I served bad wine. I over-mixed drinks. It was terrible. But so I went back to
In fact,
college.
he's probably the bartender I would love. Yeah, a heavy hand.
just
a
pour it,
heavy
yeah.
hand.
If you were a nice patron, I would reward you by making you very strong drinks,
Yeah.
which I then learned was not really a reward because then you would come in the next day very hungover.
And the owner wasn't so happy about
No,
that.
not a bit,
Oh.
not a bit. And one of the owners used to watch from the other room on
Right.
on his closed circuit television just to make sure we weren't stealing from the till. But I left bartending was not for me, so I went to school for digital marketing, digital video, and then I went right back to doing theater. So the web series came about from when I finally left theater as a career. I was living here. I found an opportunity with the Hub, Rich Swire Jr. and at the time Matt Orr.
Yeah.
And hey Jim, and we launched some web series because that was my background, was doing acting. So they were like, well, we don't know what to do with this actor, this out of work actor. So we did we that was kind of our love language. That was how we were marketing things, and it was back in a different time here in Sarasota where we were going around to businesses begging them to let us manage their Facebook pages, and they were like, well, I'm Selva Grill. Why do I need a Facebook page?
Right.
You know,
It's just a fad.
Yeah,
It's not going to do anything.
Going anywhere. and there's remember
What's this Facebook
Foursquare where you check in to a location and you could become the mayor if you checked in. I remember a few businesses were like, why am I going to let some random person be the mayor of my business? And they're like, no, it's gamifying. But anyway, so we started doing web series, and the first one was the Sarasota Elf, where we were promoting downtown businesses, and I was this elf that was away from the North Pole and did all my shopping here. So it's kind of like a fun little advertainment. And then then those just grew. So that became my pet projects, was just continually doing
All right,
these
so
series.
we're bonding right now because we go all
I
that
know.
like out of the
That's
box.
us just
I think it's-
running
Yeah,
around
so out of
town
the
and
box.
doing things, yeah.
Everything what you're doing, I'm so impressed by, because it was all stuff that I didn't know how to do, or we didn't know how to do it then.
Yeah.
But it was like that same idea of just trying to like make things a little more fun and kind of meet people where they are, and not constantly show them commercials, but entertain them.
Yeah,
Well,
and that's
we
totally
talk about business for about 2 minutes, and the rest is just about Sarasota.
Yeah.
And that we know of another podcast that they have a studio and editing and all that. We're like, nah, not us.
We'll do it on the
We like
street.
doing this.
Yeah, like
We like
for-
it this way.
For instance,
Like,
our camera just went
doesn't
down.
work.
It's right
Yeah.
here.
So you don't
we're-
have to look at us.
So, right, and we're not the ones you want to see anyway. It's
Right.
going to be our guests. It's going to be
Right.
you. So,
Yeah.
anyway. So just to remind everybody, Mr. Joey Panek is here, and you will know him from ABC7 WWSB, and
Hi.
still doing the Suncoast View. Are you still doing? You're on Suncoast View, right?
3 mornings a week, whether you want me there or not. Yeah.
And what time does that come on?
9 a.m.
9
It's
a.m.
Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, 9 to 10. I'm there usually 3 days.
Yeah, and is Kirsten still on?
Kirsten's still on Mondays, I think,
every
or
other
something,
Monday.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
amazing. And Kirsten and I used to work together back at the Hub. Because she had her What's Up Sarasota
Yeah.
weekly, and I was doing my weekly where I was analyzing like web trends. So we would fight for studio time. But I always have loved what she's doing. And
Now,
so,
is she still doing the What's Up?
yeah.
She's been doing that for way before it became hip to do.
And she used to do it. I'm not picking on her because we both used to bond over this. She used to do it in her bathroom because it was the best lighting. And, right? Like so, she would do those videos herself, and then she was doing them in our studio for a while, when at the Hub, and then she just kept it going. But yeah, she's incredible.
Now you do a lot of producing now though too, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, have you been producing the Sarasota Review or the Suncoast View rather?
I took over. I was a guest on it the first year, and then the producer left, and they hired me to be the producer, which was a crazy leap of their own insanity, I guess. But I did it. I was the executive producer for 6 years, and then I left for a year. And when I came back, I just switched jobs with Stephanie Roberts. So she became the executive producer, and I became a part-time producer host, which is what she was previously.
Okay.
But we worked together with Linda Carson, and yeah. So I
Right.
took a little break, but I'm back.
So how do you go about getting your stories? Is it something that you totally yourself come up with, going, hey, I'd like to do something. Hey, producers, well, you are the well,
Yeah.
no, I guess now.
No,
you're
well,
not,
we're a team.
right?
Yeah,
Team.
we work
It's a
together
team.
on it.
Co-produce.
I'd like to do this. I'd like to do a fantastic story on this weird podcast that happens every Saturday.
These guys that sit outside,
They just sit outside in the
I'm
cold
talking.
whether it's cold or it's 85 degrees and they're just sweating to death.
We're doing the trend of cold plunging.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cold
that
plunging.
too. We can talk about that.
It's a thing. It's a thing. But do you come up with things yourself and then?
As a team, we find them. Because we're not technically a news program, our sales team will sell sponsored segments, but we try to really limit those to medical professionals, lawyers, accountants, stuff like that. But then we try to find as many small businesses or like entrepreneurs or local people that are doing things. And it's not that hard to find. Well, as you probably know, like once you start looking, there's a million people with a million cool things happening here in our community. So the show's kind of, the content starts to produce itself. The segments, producing each segment takes a lot of work, obviously, but yeah.
Now, Mike Modrick, does he work with you as well?
Yes, so he's on.
He's doing.
I love him. Discovering the Suncoast.
Discovering the Suncoast.
That piece, which I have to tell you, I mean, let's talk about him for a minute.
Yeah.
But
he was on way back when. Remember last year, Mike? And
He was on our show.
He's
on
like
this,
he's so many
we didn't have
facts.
any of this.
Yeah,
we didn't have any of this.
We didn't have this. We were on State Street and it was like
And it was
90
like a card
degrees
table
and sweating
and-
and yeah, it was a little
think
He's a
had
different.
tall
like-
man, too. I hope
And
you
like
had
an
him,
8-track and a reel-to-reel, I think, at that time or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just burning onto film.
Yeah.
No, but his Discovering the Suncoast series, I had worked at the station long enough to have enough people come in that would pitch a segment like that. And I always thought, oh, God, another person is going to pitch the same idea. But the way he's done it, I've learned things as long as I've lived here. Linda Carson, who's lived here forever, we've learned things every week from what he does. He's an awesome guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had him on like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So full of facts. About,
yeah.
like, and I've been here since 1810,
Right.
and like
He still knew a
and he
lot.
still knew more than I did about the
yeah,
area.
like
so.
he's done a beautiful job. So no, he's a great guy. We love him.
So, useless trivia. And I think you know what I got to say.
Yeah,
You love useless trivia.
Yes. Like when I'm watching a movie or a TV show, I will while the movie's on, I will go to IMDb and go right to the trivia section because I want to know everything about how it was made, who was originally supposed to be in that movie. Like those are all my favorite things. It's flooded with useless knowledge.
So we used to do trivia night over at the Bazaar Apricot and Lime.
Yeah,
we used to
Kim.
do that, and with Kim Livingood over
Yeah.
there.
No, I
It's
love
fun.
Kim.
And so
Hosting is fun.
he
Yeah,
would
yeah.
have probably
Hosting is
cleaned
fun 'cause
up
you have the
everything.
Oh, yeah,
answers.
he would have killed us, yeah.
You would have killed us with trivia.
Only in very specific categories, though. That's the thing. Yeah. But I love it. I mean, that's my. Remember pop-up video on VH1 where you'd watch a music video and
Yes.
they would pop up pieces of trivia?
Yep.
That's how I want to watch everything in my life.
That's what-
and I
yeah.
get yelled at sometimes 'cause I'm always on the phone. My husband will be like, why aren't you watching the show? I'm like, I'm learning about the show.
Yeah,
that I'm
that's
watching."
Teresa does that as well.
Yeah.
Like she'll like learn like words of the day or like
Yeah.
trivia of the day or something, and she'll just
Google.
Google.
Exactly.
Google is our
She'll-
friend,
You can
yeah.
go
That's
deep.
why she's
you
so
can
much-
go
Google
really
lots
deep.
of
In the
good
old
stuff,
days, you used to
yeah.
have to like wait until the movie was over and then go to the library the next day and search it. But now I just take a little look.
That's great.
So what can we see coming up? Is there some like the next segment? Or
week.
can you talk about it? Maybe the next segment coming up that you're doing, or
For
Suncoast
View?
View? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And you're on Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
I'm on Monday, Thursday, Friday.
Monday,
usually.
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. Well, we're going into holiday season, which is exciting for us because content starts to create itself. Like we made it through the summer. The show's just celebrated 10 years.
Yeah.
And summers used to be pretty rough because there was just not that much going on,
Right.
even as thriving as our summers have become. So now we're into the season where all the theaters are starting to open their shows again. So we're going to have a lot more of the arts on our show. We're promoting a lot more businesses and gift giving ideas, and we really always push shopping local. So that will be fun. We did, we had our 10-year anniversary, which Stephanie allowed me to produce a lot of that because she said, you're the only person that remembers all 10 years
Right.
of the show.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool because we got to like dig into old montages of all the stuff, crazy stuff that we'd done over the 10 years. This guy was on our show. We remember him.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The living statue.
We
yeah.
interviewed him
was
about
on-
a year and a half ago.
You know who else was on? The guitarist.
Darren.
Davidas.
Derek.
No.
Oh.
The guy that won the
Talent contest. Yeah.
the contest, the King Living Goods
Yes,
talent
yes.
contest.
Oh, yeah. He
What
came on.
was
I don't
very
remember.
very meek guy.
Yeah.
I
But he was
Darren?
incredible.
No.
No.
See, if only we had a
Oh, my
computer at our
goodness.
fingers.
God, if I only knew useless trivia.
I know. See, it's there and it's gone.
But
I
yeah, he
remember
was
him, though.
on.
Yeah.
Kim Livingood's on all the time.
Kim Livingood
apparently.
is amazing because you could live at the bazaar and still have something different to do every single night.
Mhm.
The amount of things that she does.
So, what if there was like this podcast or something like that? I don't know. I'm just out of the air.
Are you pitching?
That,
Are
that
you pitching
maybe
me?
that maybe does things like entertainment at the farmers market. It does cold plunges and stuff. Hypothetically,
I think you're asking for a segment.
Would that be
I think we are.
something?
I
Would
think
that
it'd be
a
fun.
something?
If only I could find those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
where they would
No,
be.
it's tough
I
to
think
find.
you should bring the cold plunge on the show
And do
we
it
interview
on
you
the show.
and then do the cold plunge.
Do you think that's a thing?
I mean, I think it could be.
Well,
Can we talk later?
Yes.
talk to you.
That'd be great. That'd be
I've already
great.
booked 3 segments this morning, by the way, just from walking through
Just
the
walking
farmers
through?
market.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just well, it's so full of diverse people here. It's just easy to do that.
Yes.
All right, man. Hey, thank you so much for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
We obviously always watch it. And I will continue to. And this is Mr. Joey Panek here.
Thank you.
You recognize him?
Joey
from,
Panek for
I'm sorry.
ABC7.
I keep saying Panek.
Yeah, well,
Joey
it
Panek.
probably was Panek
ABC.
generations ago.
ABC7 WWSB.
Watch it every day, but especially on Monday, Thursday,
Thursdays
and
and
Fridays.
Fridays.
Yep,
Yes.
on Suncoast View. So thank you so
Hi,
much again for
thank
coming
you.
on.
Good to meet you.
Thanks,
Yep.
guys.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Let's stay in touch. and
Yes.
all that
We'll book
jazz.
you. We'll get you booked.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
if you
That would
could,
be
yeah,
fun.
That'd be great. So now we're going to do a reverse selfie because we're old school. All right.
We can go to the studio and see
Here we
how
go.
it's really done, right?
Okay, here we go.
The
So-
professionals. We can go hang out with the professionals.
And we'll find
on
out how to
Channel
make
7, right?
cameras not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
no, that was
anyways,
very,
that was
very
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, very good.
So I'm so glad he took the time to come out because he's busy.
He's a celebrity.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody coming by waving.
Sarasota's finest.
You know. So, and I would love to go learn to see how it's done for real.
Right.
So, all right. Well, that was
We're gonna
fantastic.
Take a break.
We're going to take a little break and put some little more ice in here.
Ah.
We're looking at like a 31 minutes and counting before we take the ice cold plunge challenge here. It is warming up. So
The water's getting cold and the air's getting warmer.
I encourage anybody, if they'd like to come by here for free and do a 1 minute cold plunge. And I see some familiar people
They're coming on.
coming on.
See you in a half
Okay,
hour.
do it again to get another week free.
All right, well,
Starting
let's take
at
a
noon.
break.
Yeah.
3 words. Make good choices.
Good choices. All right.